Then Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, "The teachers of the law and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. So you must be careful to do everything they tell you, but do not do what they do, for they do not practice what they preach. They tie up heavy, cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. Everything they do is done for people to see. They make their phylacteries white and the tassels on their garments long. They love the place of honor at banquets and the most important seats in the synagogues. They love to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces and to be called rabbi by others. But you are not to be called rabbi, for you have one teacher, and you are all brothers. And do not call anyone on earth Father, for you have one Father, and he is in heaven. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servant. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." Humor is not always good, but a good humor is a sign of true humility. When you don't take yourself too seriously, you can laugh about yourself and see the funny side of your imperfection. But if you get offended too quickly, humility becomes your enemy because you are defending the false pride, the arrogance that comes from a false sense of who you are. Some people get offended if they are asked to do works that only fit for a servant. The world forces you to become a king or a queen, someone who has absolute power over his or her kingdom and could order anyone to serve you. You may think that you don't have the slightest desire to become a king, yet would you not enjoy great services, whether in a restaurant, in a mall, or in a market? Would you rather avoid washing these dishes, mopping the floor, or cleaning the bathroom? There is an innate desire in each of us not to serve, but be served. Jesus says completely the opposite. "I have come to serve and not to be served." Greatness comes not from receiving, but from giving service to others. Honor comes not from the admiration of others, but from a humble heart of a servant. We are called to be servants to one another, even though through baptism we become sons and daughters of the Father, and we share the royal dignity and privileges of Jesus Christ as the firstborn. We are not just kings and queens, we are co-heirs with the King of Kings. Yet, this King of Kings washed the feet of his disciples in his last farewell. This King of Kings did not cling to his kingly identity, but assumed the lowest place of the humblest servant. Therefore, even though this King of Kings was nailed to the cross and shamefully died as a criminal because of us, he is now exalted to the highest honor. Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Friends, we have a great King, the greatest King of all. We have a King who did not just sit on the throne, but a King who has inspired us with his exemplary servanthood. He is a humble and humorous King who invites us to serve together with him. Let us ask ourselves this question: would you accept the King's royal invitation. Let me sing the song King of Kings for our reflection today.